Does he need any more wins? Top 100 list came out. Who's number one?
Tom Brady.
Tom Brady. Okay, we know where he cemented his legacy. I don't care what he does. He can't do anything to blemish it. However, Dak Prescott. There's a lot of questions down in Dallas.
Yeah.
Who are you guys? Can you make the playoffs this year? Will you even win the NFC East? Dak Prescott had one of his best seasons since his rookie year last year. TD interception ratio, all of the above.
Number one scoring
completion,
offense, whole thing.
The whole thing.
Yep.
And what did it end up being? A dud. Out in the first round of the playoffs. Like, you can't keep doing these same things. You have to show me that you can win in the most important part of the season, which is the playoffs, if you so happen to get in. Dak Prescott and the Cowboys haven't done that. And then to even add to that, they have a lot of questions even offensively. CeeDee Lamb is now your number one guy. Is he going to be that guy? Jalen, what's his name? Jalen.
I don't.
Tober.
Oh, okay.
Tober.
Sorry.
He's a guy that they're looking to fill in for Michael Gallup because of his injury. Can he have success? All of this is being carried by Dak Prescott. Right. Unless you ask Jerry Jones, who believes that you should turn around and hand it off a little bit more. Oh. So what are we going to see? We need to see Dak Prescott win, not just have these great statistical years, but make sure that they equate to winning football games. That's what we got to see. That's why it's Dak.
I'm with you. It's Dak. And you mentioned all the questions about the Dallas Cowboys. The one thing people are not questioning is Dak Prescott. I mean, for the most part. He does have to answer the question of can he beat good teams. Because for all his statistical dominance he's put up over the last few years, he hasn't been able to beat good teams. Obviously, Tampa Bay fits that bill. But coming into this season, what you hear with all those questions, you hear, but Dak. But Dak's had a full off season. Unlike last year, he was coming off the injury. He's had a full off season to get ready, get prepared. And if he comes out and lays in there or just loses, okay, with all the other questions, now Dak becomes a question. Jerry Jones is going to go in the air and say something crazy like 2 times 2 equals 7 or something like that. And it's going to be drama central down in Arlington again. That's why Dak needs it.
Yeah, I look at this totally differently than you guys. And listen, I don't think this game affects anyone's legacy. It's week 1. It's the regular season. So Brady's the GOAT. He's the number 1 player, all this. I'm talking about for this season, right now, this moment. Just let's think about the 2 scenarios and what is the way bigger story. What is the Overreaction Monday lead on every sports show? If the Bucs beat the Cowboys? No. It's expected. It says on the screen. They're favored. Right now, thanks to what the Rams did yesterday, check Fox Bet, the Bucs are the overwhelming NFC favorites. I don't understand it, but they're 7.5 to 1. The next closest NFC team is Green Bay at 14 to 1. They are overwhelming favorites. If the Bucs win, it's not a referendum on the Cowboys. I think Jerry Jones go on the radio, have a few malapropisms, and then be like, they're playing the greatest player of all time. We'll get him next week. If Tampa loses, however, it is a continuation of a truly worrying trend that started last year before the playoffs even started, when Brady seemed, despite the gaudy record, despite almost winning MVP, a little skeptical of his own team's Super Bowl chances. And then the retirement, and then the absence, and the coaching change, and the injuries on the offensive line. Wild. If the Bucs lose, and keep in mind, after week 1, they're at New Orleans. It's the only team that's given them fits. Then Green Bay, then Kansas City. So if they lose week 1, 1-3, dare I say even 0-4 is on the board. No, well.
The first 4, I'll give you that. The first 4 games are tough.
But if the Bucs lose, given all the oddities of Brady's offseason, and the Cowboys not being looked at as a juggernaut this season, I think it is clearly the lead story everywhere. So as far as who needs to win more for this season, this moment, I think it's Tampa.
I think that's a fair take. But, Greg, there's been something that's been happening for decades, really.
Talk to me, Wildes. What is that?
There have been Patriots haters. And they have quiet meetings
in the
shadows. Oh, they're everywhere.
Okay.
They're everywhere. And right now, they've got their knives sharpened for Bill Belichick. Oh, he's over the hill. He doesn't know what he's doing for the offense. But they kind of keep their mouths shut when it comes to Tom Brady. But if Tom Brady loses in Dallas, they will come out in full force. And I am here to preemptively shut them down. Tom Brady could lose. Tom Brady could lose big. And guess what? It's no big deal at all.
Right.
Tom Brady's Super Bowl seasons. Does he start this year with a win? No, not necessarily. Sometimes he doesn't even play. First Super Bowl, obviously didn't play. How about next Super Bowl? Well, traded Lawyer Malloy, and next thing you know, we lost 31-0. Then you beat the Colts, got a win. Lost to the Dolphins. Then he got suspended, got fired up, won the Super Bowl, beat the Texans, and then, of course, his big opening game with the Bucs, lost against the Saints. So I'm warning all of the Tom Brady haters out there, no matter the result, if he wins, it bodes very well for the Bucs. And even if he loses, Greg, bodes very well for the Bucs.
That's true.
So I feel like Dak needs to win. Brady is fine either way.
I'm with you, Wildes. I don't know. Nick.
Yeah.
It's Tom Brady. All we're going to do is defer to everyone else in the locker room and say, you know what? There's no more Gronk. AB is gone. Julio is old. They have a little injuries here and there. Chemistry, is it the same? Do they have the same desire and drive like Tom Brady has? That's all we're going to do. It's not going to solely be because of all of what you're talking about regarding Tom Brady. Because of what he's been able to do and what his resume tells us, all he does is win. So for me, it's Dak Prescott.
There's one answer for why it could be Brady. The schedule. They better rack up some wins because those first 4 games, they could be 1-4.
It's also because Brady has 7 Super Bowls. And Dusty can fact check me on this. I think he has 0 Super Bowls in seasons during which he retired in the previous 6 months and 0 Super Bowls during which he had a conspicuous 2-week absence from training. Fact check that. This is not the normal year. And he doesn't feel like anything close to what it felt like last year, even the year he got to Tampa. If they lose to what is right now not even the NFC East favorites, the Eagles have overtaken the Cowboys. It's not looked at as some juggernaut team. I think the lead on every show will be how much trouble are the Bucs in.
I also fact check this. You saw that promo. Jordan retired for 2 years, then won 3 championships.
Right.
You see that one?
Thanks for watching. Subscribe here to get more from the show and to check out clips from other shows on FS1.